Welcome back to Iowa Plains. This is episode 8 of 10. There's going to be 10 episodes in this series, and I have plans for a bit more, but I'll talk about that in a while. But I'm just bringing back to the farm this orchard tractor, this one here, and I need to make sure it goes down the rows over here. Now it's June at the moment, and there's nothing to do with olives until July, because that's normally when the grass grows and we have to mulch, cultivate and fertilise. Yeah, this looks okay. This looks fine. So, okay, I'm going to try and stick it in here next to our John Deere. Fine. Look at that. Look at that. Well, I mean, this one can do stuff, this one can't, and this one can do stuff, this one can't, so that's fine. Now, I want to have a nice restful day today, but I have got a few things to do, one of which is to sell these eggs and take some to the bakery. Now, I'm not doing contracts today. I'd like to show you, actually, the time-saving stock check, which is okay at the moment. We have a little bit of bread, but it's not producing at the moment. Dry alfalfa we've got in the silo. Eggs we've got loads of. I'm going to sell those now. And wool. So wool is over there. Just here. This is our wool. Since yesterday. We bought these sheep yesterday. So the other thing we have to do is get in the Massey Ferguson, and we need to go and fertilise the alfalfa field. So this alfalfa field we just cut in the last episode, and I had all sorts of problems with it. It caused me a lot of stress, but basically I had problems baling up all the alfalfa, and in the end I had to use a forage wagon, but it's all in the last episode anyway. So I'll put this on a worker, but I will set up the steering assist first, and hopefully he can start from there. Fine. Alright, let's put him on a worker and we'll get to selling our eggs. Okay, fine. Well, he can just do what he wants to do. Yeah, I need to sell our eggs, and there's something else actually that I need to do, which is to sell this chicken pen and get rid of it, because I think we only need one chicken pen really. There's so many eggs, and I don't want to have to use all the barley on this field to feed the chickens. So I'll get rid of these chickens, and then I can put cows here. Actually, we've got all that alfalfa, and I assume that cows will eat alfalfa, so I think that's what I'm going to do. But first things first, I need to get into this one here, the John Deere, which can probably quite easily do this job of taking eggs to the bakery and to sell them as well. Okay, this is the last one from this chicken pen, and now what I'm going to do is sell all the chickens, and hopefully I can sell the chicken pen, because I'd just like to have one chicken pen from now on. So if we go to this one and select all the chickens, they're all gone, I think. So, alright, fine. So if we go now to construction and enter demolition mode, and it's over here. So, yes, gone. Okay, that's just what I wanted. I just wanted to have this area clear so we can put like cows maybe just all the way down here or something, you know, and it'll just feel like a proper farm. Anyway, this is all our eggs on board, and we need to take 5,000 5,000 5,000 to our bakery. We have a bakery, which you will see just here. Bakery, and the bakery can store 5,000 litres of eggs. So that's where we'll go first. Right, here's the bakery, and here's where we put our eggs, I think. So hopefully it'll just take 5,000 and no more. So now in the bakery, 5,000 litres of eggs. The other place we have to go is a supermarket, which is just down the way here. I think it's just round the back here. Yes, it is, yeah. So very good, very good. And our environmental score, actually, we get an extra, let's have a look, extra 6%. We had 100% on this field, which we still got, and once we harvest these two, this one is next. Hopefully we have another 100% on one of those fields. Okay, I did say that I'm going to buy a pressure washer, which I'm going to do right now and put it right at the entrance here, I think. So, yeah, here it is. So, I'll just put it where you come in, I suppose, just about here. Yeah, hidden in the bushes there, so no one will nick it. So, anyway, something I've been meaning to do for ages is to wash this thing. And hopefully our Massey Ferguson over there has finished fertilising that field. I can just see him over there. Fine. Good as new. Right, okay, I think this is the last thing to do. The last but one is to put this away. I wonder if I can just squeeze it in next to the to this without hitting it. Yep. And let's see if this guy's finished. Is that finished? pH value good, nitrogen perfect. Okay, I won't buy any more. I won't buy cows now, actually, because I'm worried about the money. We need to harvest the barley over there. So before I go to bed, I just want to check if there's any olive stuff to that's going cheap. No, there isn't. Fine. Okay. See you in the morning. So we need to check on our barley. It looks green over there. So if we go to growth, it is still green. So I think that I don't want to, I don't want to do any contracts or anything today. It's just going to hold the series up if I do that. I think what I'll do is skip on to July. But first of all, I'll just check the chickens are, not the chickens, the sheep are okay. And see how much wool there is. Pretty good. And what does it look like on our time-saving stock checker? Did sell all those eggs, so not much on here, but we need the barley to make the bread, so that goes up. Right, I think I'll have a day off. I feel kind of tired today because in reality I had a really hard day with the van yesterday and a day off is what I need. I spent the day transferring sofa beds from one end of Cornwall to the other, and I was absolutely knackered by the end of the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, it's July, and one thing I want to look at actually is the olives, because, and I'll be glad when we can get rid of this thing. This thing is a monstrous carbuncle on our property, and I'd like to get rid of it. Well, we need 300,000 to buy. Yeah, look at this. To buy the other, the windmill, you know. This is grown. We can do stuff with this now. We need to mulch it first, and then we need to cultivate it, and then we need to fertilise it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. But first of all, I can see that our barley is ready to harvest over there. Oh my God, what should we do first? I think what I'll do first is get get a great big harvester and harvest the barley with a worker. So I've hired the great big John Deere harvester we always use, and I always use it because it's got a 15-metre header, which is exactly what we need for field 22 over there. Yes, the John Deere S7. Okay, I quite enjoy harvesting, so I'm going to do the headland for him, because I can't trust him to do the headland correctly. So I will do the headland, get in here, because this is where I like to be. I'll do the headland, and then this guy can do the rest. First things first though, let's do this. Okay, that's 2 headlands done. Now, I'm going to put this guy in a worker now. But before I do, there's 2 things to say about this field actually. One of which is that we are looking for our precision farming score, which was 64 before we harvested this field. And hopefully it's going to be 100 like the alfalfa field was. 100%, which I hardly ever get. So I'm interested to see what it is, but we'll find out at the end. So let's do this, and AI worker, start with up and down and see if he starts right there. He does. So the other thing to say about this field is when we harvested this field, it had wheat on it before, and we inherited the field with wheat on it, and we got 120,000 litres of wheat off the field. I mean, barley is not wheat, obviously, but I'm interested to see how many litres of barley we get off the field. Currently in here, there's probably about, 32,000 litres. Fine. Now, I want to get on with the olives over there, but before I do, I'm going to put a few contracts on to do. So I have to do these contracts because we haven't got any money coming in at the moment. You saw probably from the time-saving stock check that, you know, there's no kind of productions or anything. So I have to do this. I have to do these just for the time being until we can get stuff moving. Like, you know, we've got that wall now, but there's actually no spinnery on the map. So I have to do something about that. Anyway, this is what we've done of our field while I've been getting all these workers to their fields for the jobs. Anyway, next thing to do is to use this, our little orchard tractor, because now we have to mulch the spaces in between the olives. So I need to go and find myself a mulcher. I feel like I'm spinning plates today. There's so much stuff going on. There's 2 contracts going on. There's the barley harvesting, which I've cut it all out. You know, I've had to empty the tank of the harvester about 3 times now. And the olives need attention. So I've got the mulcher just here. So this is the first thing to do with olives. See if I can do it in first person view. Just go through the olives and put this down and turn it on. And I don't think you can even put a worker on this. If I put this on steering assist, oh, maybe you can. You can, that's fine, I didn't know that. Anyway, this is mulching, so this is what we have to do first of all, and then we have to cultivate, and then we have to fertilise. So I've been thinking what to do about what happens after episode 10 of this series, because I so enjoy this map and I would like to carry on. But as I said before, the viewers kind of, the viewing figures nosedive after sort of episode 5 or 6, I suppose, or episode 2. Episode 2. But what I'd like to do actually is to do a few live episodes, because I haven't done a live episode for a long time. I think the last time was with PLAINS, and I'd like to do a few more. Yeah, so this is what it looks like after you've mulched, and the next thing to do is cultivate, but let's finish off the mulching first. Right, it's taken me so long to do these 3 groups of olives that the contracts have finished, and also this much of the field has been done. So what I'm going to do actually is see if I can put this on a worker, because I didn't know actually that you could use GPS with olives. So I'll just try this. AI worker, start. No, you can't, that's fine. So let's see how this guy's doing. Not this guy, but this guy. Okay, he's nearly finished, but while he's finishing, I just want to collect for our contracts, because we've done those and we need the money for them. 63 plus 47 is 110,000, I think. Wow. Okay, fine. So I think that I will take this off a worker and do this last bit myself, because I can't help but notice that we're on 0.9 hours and we might go into another hour. If we do, you know, so be it, but I'd like to do this as quick as possible. Yeah, so the mulching I'll have to leave till next time. The cultivating and the fertilising of the olives over there, I'll have to leave that till next time. Which is a shame. I thought I'd get it all done in one episode. Okay, my palms are literally sweating because we're still at 0.9 hours and it's like 15 grand for another hour, and there's a little bit left there. So if I can finish this and get it all into the you know, into the trailer before the 0.9 hours is up, I think I'll leave this little strip because that is not worth like 15,000 quid, is it? It's counting down and switch off now. Is it all out? Yeah. I just can't justify 15 grand for this little bit of barley here. By the way, we've taken off the field 150,000 litres of barley, and we've got in here 32,000. So that's like 182, nearly 182,500 litres of barley we've taken off the field, compared to 120,000 litres of wheat, which doesn't compare, you know, it's like apples and oranges, but you know what I mean. It's like a lot more, 62,000 litres more. Final thing to see is precision farming score for this field. 97. Okay, fine, 97. All right, we didn't get 100%, but now we get 11% more for everything we sell. That's all I can do today. It's been a whirlwind episode. I thought it was going to be a relaxing episode, and I kind of needed it, but it wasn't. So, and we made a bit of money with contracts and stuff. So, thanks very much for watching, and see you on episode 9. Please like and subscribe and join if you can. Bye for now.